Well, hello there everyone and welcome to today's video. So it's been a while since I've actually done a sit-down video for you guys. Yeah. So I thought for today's video, as seeing as how it is so close to Valentine's Day, that I would end up telling you guys about the time that I had met this guy on a dating site and how he asked me to meet him in a little suburb of Colorado called Westminster, and how I was completely just turned off by him. And to, God, I can't even remember his name, so we're just gonna call him George. So pretty much, me and George had been talking for a good couple weeks, and, you know, talking back and forth, and, you know, getting to know each other, the whole, you know, blah blah blah, over the phone. And it was a Monday that he asked me if it'd be alright if I would come down and meet him in Westminster, and I was like, sure, whatever, I have the weekend off. So pretty much I went through the whole entire week, and it got to Friday, and I was like, and I texted him, I was like, alright, look, let me go ahead and throw my overnight bag into my car and fuel up, and I'll start heading down your direction. And he was like, okay, cool, sweet, I'm so excited to meet you, you know. And I was like, you know, I'm excited to meet you too, blah blah blah. I get to Cheyenne, and I stop at the Flying J, I think it is, and get me something to drink and something to eat. Get back onto the highway, and I reach the Colorado borderline, and my heart just decides to go like crazy, and I'm like white knuckling the steering wheel, because you guys, I can't stand Colorado traffic. It bugs me. It gives me stress and anxiety, and whew, yeah. So I'm driving there, and I'm GPSing the location where we're supposed to meet. I get down to Westminster, and I'm like, alright, you know, let's go. I texted him, and I was like, alright, I'm in Westminster, where are you at? And he's like, I'm at work. And I was like, okay. I'm like, cool, whatever, you know, maybe you got called in. And so I proceed to ask him, I was like, do you want me to come pick you up after work? What do you want to do? And I'm like, he's like, you can just come pick me up after work. And I was like, alright. I find a mall, and I pull into a parking spot, get out of my car, lock it, and I was like, alright, I have some time to kill, so let's go shopping around the mall. So I'm walking around the mall, and I'm going in and out of the stores, and he texts me, he's like, hey, I got off early, and I'm like, alright. So I'm like, let me finish shopping, and I'll come and get you. So get done with my shopping, and I drive over to where his work is, and I pick him up, and he gives me a hug, and I give him a hug back, and then he gives me a kiss on the cheek, and I give him a kiss back. And he's like, do you mind running me home so I can change out of my work uniform? And I was like, sure, why not? So we get to his house, and I was like, alright, I'm gonna grab my overnight bag, and we can head inside. And he's like, oh, fair warning you, I have a roommate. I'm like, okay. And I have a dog, and I'm like, oh, okay. Is it a nice dog? Blah blah blah. So anyway, he proceeds to, he was like, can I make out with you? And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. You know, I just got done driving, and I wasn't really in the mood to make out. I just wanted to actually go get something to eat, and I was like, sure. So we started making out, and this dude is a horrible, horrible kisser, you guys. He's like mowing down on my face, and we go get, he was like, what do you want to eat? I was like, you know, I'm in the mood for some Thai food. And he's like, oh, I know this great Thai place. And I'm like, okay. So we go, an Uber comes and gets us and takes us to this restaurant. First time I've ever ridden in an Uber, guys, so that was amazing. That was pretty cool. And he orders what he wants, and then I ordered some pad thai. Amazing, amazing pad thai I've ever had in my life. And I've had some shitty pad thai. But anyway, we get done eating dinner, and we start talking, and, you know, he orders a beer, and I'm like, and I order whatever, I don't even know what I ordered to drink. And he proceeds to tell me, he's like, I love you. And I'm like, I didn't say anything, I didn't say it back. And he just was like, he just was starting to turn clingy, you guys. I mean, he was like kissing all over me, and just, oh, he was, you know, clingy. I mean, he went from not clingy to clingy in like 2.5. So anyway, one of his friends texts him and says, hey, we're going out for a couple drinks, you should join us. And he was like, well, I have this guy I've been talking to here. And he's like, well, bring him along. And he asked me, he's like, do you want to go out for a couple drinks? I was like, sure, fine, whatever. I don't really care. I was like, maybe I can ditch this fucker and go hit on some other dude. No, that wasn't the case, you guys. This guy was attached to my motherfucking hip from the time that we left the restaurant to the time that we got to the bar and time we left the bar. And it just, his clinginess got progressively worse and worse and worse as the night progressed. You know. So anyway, we get to the bar and he introduces me to his friends, and you know, I'm nice and I say, hi, nice to meet you, my name's Brandon, blah blah blah. And one of the girls, to keep names out of this, we're gonna say one of his friends was Letitia and the other one was, I don't know. But anyway, so he's like, do you want something to drink? And I was like, sure, can you order me a hot damn and Pepsi? And he was like, sure, okay. So he goes up to the bar and comes back with my hot damn and Pepsi and a beer for him. And I'm like, alright, you know, we're in this bar and I'm all dancing, you know, I'm chillaxing and I'm relaxing and having a fun time. This fool decides to come up, grab me, and decides to lip lock me, and like will not fucking let me go. And I'm going like this. I'm like, oh my god. In the back of my head I'm thinking, fool, quit fucking trying to suck on my face. Quit trying to devour my face. I need you to stop. You know, and I'm like, I push him off and he's like, what, you don't like me or anything like that? I mean, we're getting pretty pissed. And I said, dude, your fucking kissing sucks. You need to stop. I was like, you're hurt. I was like, you literally are hurting me. I mean, he's using his teeth and everything. Like I said, you are trying to devour my face and you need to stop. And he's like, oh, well, I'm sorry. It's like, you know what? It's fine. It's whatever. I was like, and then he was like, oh, Dan, I'm like, alright, I'm gonna go get me another drink and I'll be right back. So I go up to the bar and really cute fucking bartender. So I'm sitting there and I'm talking to the bartender, completely ignoring the fact that I have a date, right there waiting for me. And I come back and he was like, he grabs me again and it was like telling everybody, this is my boyfriend and, you know, I love him so much and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with him. And I'm like, dude, we haven't even announced that we're dating. I don't even know if I like you. And you're telling everybody that we're dating? Come on now, and you love me? We just met. How can you fall in love with somebody who you just met? You know, and he was super clingy and he was hanging on to me and I was so uncomfortable, you guys. I was just like, so his friend Letitia finds me, looks at me and says, hey, come outside with me while I smoke. And I'm like, alright, sure, whatever. I'm like, okay, I can do that. I told him, I was like, I'll be back. Stay here. And he's like, okay, I'll be thinking about you. I'll be missing. I'm like, oh. I'm like, yeah, sure, fine, whatever. We go out and his friend Letitia's like, you don't feel the same way that he does. And I'm like, not really. I'm like, first off, he's getting clingy. And I don't do clingy, you guys. 2, he's a bad kisser. 3, it's just, no, I don't feel that same way. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt to see if maybe, you know, he's just nervous or blah blah blah, whatever. No, this fool is straight up motherfucking clingy and ready to slap a ring on it, and I'm like, whoa, no, you can't do that. And then she's like, well, you know, do you want me to talk to him? I was like, please, because obviously he's not getting my hints of, dude, you need to stop, you need to back the fuck up. And she's like, alright, I'll talk to him. And so we go back, she gets done smoking and we go back inside, and there he finds me and he just like rushes up to me and is like, starts trying to make out with me and hugging me and touching me, and I'm like, oh. So then his friend's like, need to stop. And she was like, let Brandon sit down and actually enjoy his drink. And then this fool proceeds to tell his friend Letitia to back up and blah blah blah. And I mean, just pretty much she gets up in her face, and I look at him and say, you know what? We're done. I was like, for the rest of the night, don't talk to me because I can't deal with it. You're pissing me off. I want you to leave me alone for the rest of the night. That fool doesn't get my hint. He just is up my ass 24 motherfucking 7. I mean, yeah. I have random guys coming up to me, which are deliciously yummy, mind you, asking me to, and buying me drinks left and right. So, as the night progresses, I can continue to get more drunker. And my shut-up filter pretty much goes out the motherfucking window. You know, and this fool is still clinging and hugging on me, and I tell him, look, motherfucker, I was like, first off, you were kissing, I was like, you are pissing me off. You are going to get yourself hurt. I am about ready to knock your motherfucking lights out. Leave me the fuck alone for the night. He's like, I mean, oh my god, I lit into this guy, and I mean, I made him bawl and everything, and I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm done drinking for tonight. I just want to go home. I would just want to go back to your place and go home and go to drink. And go home and sleep. And he's like, okay. So we call the Uber to take us home, and we get to his house, and he's like, will you sleep with me? Cuddle with me? I'm sorry I pissed you off. And I was like, fine, whatever. If it gets you to shut the fuck up, I will. So, you know, I get into my pajamas, I have a hoodie on, and I have sweatpants on. This fool, you know what he does? He proceeds to strip everything off and slide into the bed right next to me. So I'm like, are you serious, dude? You're gonna sleep naked while I have no clothes. That should be a subtle motherfucking hint that I do not want to have sex with you. So he's cuddling with me, and you know, I end up passing out because because the alcohol, and I'm tired. Then, in about like 3 o'clock in the morning, I feel something wet and warm. That's right, you guys, this fucker decides to piss the motherfucking bed. I'm like, you bitch. I'm like, because like, now I have to wake your ass up, tell you pissed the motherfucking bed. What the fuck? So I'm like, fine, you know what, whatever. So then I proceed to grab a blanket, grab my pillow, and go sleep downstairs. Which, lo and behold his roommate is up, looks at me and says, what are you doing? And I was like, having a rough night? And I'm like, yeah, I am having a rough night. Your roommate just pissed the bed, which we were sleeping in together, and my clothes are all wet and soaked and smell like piss. He's like, alright. He's like, strip. And I was like, what? I mean, I was fuming, and he was like, just strip, I'll wash your clothes. I was like, I really don't have any. He tosses me his gym shorts and is like, here, wear this. And I was like, oh, well, thank you. You know, I calmed down and I told him thank you, blah, blah, blah. So his roommate was really nice and really, really hot, too. I don't know why I didn't bother to sneak away and start and fuck the brains out of his roommate. But that's besides the point. So anyway, I fall asleep on the couch, and his roommate covers me up with a blanket, and it's the next morning, and he comes down the stairs and says, what happened last night? And I'm like, I don't even want to talk to you right now. I just want to go home. And so we said our goodbyes, and I haven't talked to this guy since. So yeah, that was kind of my experience of meeting a guy. And I will talk to you peeps, me gamers, tomorrow. I love you all. Bye!